Should you shard Wild Hunt Heathcliff? Wild Hunt Heathcliff is a sinking ID that does both slash and blunt damage. He excels in long fights where he can stack up his coffin and Dullahan. He can both lose and gain SP insanely quickly, so you have to be careful of this when playing him. Onto his main playstyle, Wild Hunt Heathcliff wants to stack up his coffin stacks. These are the simplest effects in his kit. You can gain coffin from his skill 3 and when Wild Hunt Heathcliff kills his target. Coffin has a max value of 10. At turn end, Wild Hunt Heathcliff will gain 2 damage up for every 3 coffin he has. This caps at a max value of 6 damage up. Additionally, Coffin will raise Wild Hunt Heathcliff's minimum speed by 1 for every 4 coffin he has. This has a max stack of 2. On top of this, he also gains 1 clash power for every 5 coffin he has, which also has a max stack of 2. Wild Hunt Heathcliff's skill 2 can inflict impending ruin onto his target. This changes the target's sanity to ruin, which loses them clash power and inflicts sinking onto them. If the target doesn't have SP, then it will reduce their chance to flip heads by 10%. A lot of Wild Hunt Heathcliff skills rely on him being on Dullahan to deal huge damage. Dullahan is an effect gained by Wild Hunt Heathcliff using his defense. Additionally, he will mount Dullahan when 3 or more allies have been defeated. Dullahan constantly drains Wild Hunt Heathcliff's SP. When Wild Hunt Heathcliff is at negative 25 or less SP, he will dismount Dullahan. Dullahan gains Wild Hunt Heathcliff offense level up as well as a second version of his skill 3 unlocked. Wild Hunt Heathcliff has one more unique effect. This one is locked behind his passive. In the condition that an ally takes fatal damage, Wild Hunt Heathcliff will consume 2 of his coffin stacks and apply Wild Hunt to them. This keeps them alive for 1 more round and sets their HP to 50% and SP to 0. They will die after 1 turn, however. To summarise, Wild Hunt Heathcliff is an extremely good sinking ID. He clashes extremely well with enemies, he can support his team well too, and he does insanely well in both unfocused and focused encounters. On the other hand, you want to spend your time giving kills to Wild Hunt Heathcliff to ramp up his coffin. Managing his SP at times can get tedious, and he can lose damage in the case where he cannot get kills onto his targets. Overall, Wild Hunt Heathcliff is a great idea to have. He could be an excellent addition to a sinking team and fits in well generally anywhere. He can get some insane damage up and work well in any setting too. So,